Dang it, I can't believe it. It actually happened. I mean, well, I can believe it, but I was hoping it wouldn't. What is up here today, YouTube? Jigsaw0097, and breaking news. The Dallas Cowboys have officially fired Jason Garrett. According to 24/7 Sports, I will leave a link to this article down in the comments below, but this was literally updated 3 minutes ago. So I think it's official that he's fired. You know, the first line of the article says the hammer has finally come down on Jason Garrett. And it looks like the entire Cowboys staff is being fired. So this is exactly what I feared, and it sounds like Jerry Jones' son is the one that really did this. So, you know, this is exactly what I feared with the Cowboys. You know, when they get wise, that's when their talent. I mean, I still think that Dak Prescott is not the best, not as good as people hype him up to be. But regardless, the Cowboys do have talent on that team, and once it gets coached well, I mean, it's going to be a battle, you know. I just made a video about the news of the Redskins getting Ron Rivera, and now this. Giants fire Pat Shurmur, so we don't know what's going to happen there. So it looks like the NFC East will be a much different division in 2019. And this is another reason why, depending on what the Eagles do with the playoffs, after all this, they really need to look at the coaching staff as well, the Eagles. They need to look at Mike Groh and people like that if they want to stay competitive. But, yeah, there's no news about who the Cowboys are going to bring in. My guess is Urban Meyer. Let me make sure that that's who. Yeah, Urban Meyer. Sorry, Urban, not Irvin. My guess is they're going to bring him in from Ohio. Is that where he is right now? Yeah, that's where he is. Yeah, because he's not there now. It says 2011, 2019. That's been the rumor for a long time, basically, is that Urban Meyer, he's this really good, promising coach. You know, he has the same buzz around him that, like, Chip Kelly had, you know, Saban had when they came into the league. I'm not saying he's going to work out for Dallas, and that's the hope, because that's usually the case with college coaches. Like, Pete Carroll's the only one I could think of that really did well, that came from, like, a pure college environment. But that's probably what I'm guessing. I'm going to guess Urban Meyer goes to the Cowboys. And that will be troubling for at least the first year. You know, you got to figure guys like this out. So the Cowboys are going to be they're going to be a headache next year, guys. I'm predicting it. You know, shout out to Boys for Life, Cowboys X Factor. You guys got your wish, damn it. I did not want this to happen. I wanted them to stick with Garrett. I was hoping that Jerry Jones would just be a moron like he normally is. But not the case. I mean, I guess 10 years of garbage finally wakes you up, you know. So, I don't know. They're saying on the article, too, Lincoln Riley and Dan Campbell. I'm not really familiar with them, but Urban Meyer's the number one. And, you know, I've already been saying this. I have a friend that's a Dallas Cowboys fan. We talk often on, like, Xbox and PlayStation and stuff, and he, for like the past 6 weeks, has been saying Urban Meyer is who he would want. So it's done, guys. It's done. So that's really all I've got to say. You know, they fired the whole coaching staff. They fired Jason Garrett. So this is a complete rebuild coaching wise. You know, they've already got the talent there, obviously, in most regards. Dallas does. And, you know, there's like a rumor that Jason Witten might move up to a coaching spot, which wouldn't surprise me. I don't know if he's going to play tight end again next year. He looked really old this year as is. So, I don't know. I just love that the Cowboys tried to draft Dallas Goedert to replace Jason Garrett. And guess where he went, guys? Dallas is in Philly now, baby. I still laugh at that. But yeah, that's really all there is to say, I guess, for me right now, because there's no other news. I just wanted to talk about Jason Garrett finally getting fired and who I was going to think was going to replace him. As far as the Giants go, too. Oh, yeah, I do want to say this. because I read this earlier in the season. Now that Garrett is fired, I read a rumor that the Giants want to go get Jason Garrett. So if they do that, that would be quite hilarious. At least it would take one division team out of the mix, because I think the Redskins are going to get better now. And the Cowboys are most certainly going to get better now. But if the Giants hire Jason Garrett with Danny Disaster, they won't be getting better. So I wanted to talk about that too. I just remembered that. That would be hilarious. It's just a rumor, and who knows who the Giants are going to get. I really don't know. They fired Pat Shurmur today. I didn't really make a video on that separately, but I talked about it in my Ron Rivera video, which I will put at the end of this video if you want to check that out. But yeah, that's kind of all I got to say. The NFC East is changing, guys. The NFC East is changing. Doug Peterson made it to the playoffs. But after the playoffs, the Eagles might need to start looking at their coaching staff as well. I think they've already seen now that this talent that they had before ain't going to do it, because Carson Wentz is taking practice squad level guys and turning them into freaking MVPs the last 3 games. So I think this has been a bigger revelation than any of the Nick Foles years with what this team actually is, And I was one of these guys. I still really like Nick Foles, but I used to think it was really mostly Nick Foles, but now I'm realizing Nick Foles had his guys. Carson Wentz needs his guys, so he's finding his guys with these practice squad dudes. But hopefully the Eagles can bring in some fresh faces as well next year to compete with this fastly becoming loaded NFC East. We were the NFC least this year, but that trend will most surely not continue. So that's the video, guys. Comment down below what you think about Ron Rivera, Jason Garrett getting fired, who you think the Giants head coach will be. Do you think the Eagles need to fire Mike Gross still, which I still think they do. What do you guys think? Comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Also, if you're a returning viewer, make sure that you are subscribed and that you have that notification bell on so you get notified when I make videos like this. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been Jigsaw0097. Happy playoff Monday for the Philadelphia Eagles fans. I will talk to you all later.